Hey people, I'm live. Welcome to the Sunday stream. It's still technically afternoon, but it will be evening in about an hour, so my stream title is somewhat accurate. And yes, this is my 1000th video on my channel. I noticed a few days ago that I was creeping up on the 1000 mark, and it just worked out that today, the day of the stream, would happen to be the 1000th video, so I thought, hey, that's cool. So let's see who we have in the chat. Hey, Sunjib, how you doing? And Advisarit, hello, and Yahia, and hello Ida, and Megan's here. Hello Megan, and Vivian Johnson. And good evening, and Mr. Hippo, hello. Alan K. Kwan is in the house. Hello, Alan, and Brad Palmer, and Yahia, and Marie Palmer. Hello. Yeah, thank you, Marie. And Schnurtchick is here, and Michael Wynn, and Hunter Stewart Hobbies, and Whitby Dude. Thanks very much, Whitby Dude, and Christopher Haydock with £3 super sticker. Well, thank you very much, Christopher. And I hope you're having a good evening. And RJ, hello RJ. I'm gonna make my way down to King Street. Hey, Darlene Labadie, how's it going? And Midge Adams, and Gertish, and Susan Young. Hello, Susan. Yeah, no worries, Susan. And also I'd like to wish a happy birthday to Mr. Johnny Strides. I believe he's the big 4-2 today. Isn't that the answer to all the questions of the universe? 42? Hey, Dave in Bangor, Maine. How's it going? Can I cross here? Hey, Rev View, hello. And hello, Yogi. And hello, Unknown. Yes, 42. That's the answer you're all looking for. Hey, High Fiver, thank you very much. And this is a really long light. Actually, I hate walking through this intersection because of this. This traffic funnel that is Adelaide Street just disregards pedestrians altogether. Thank you very much, Alan. Yeah, crazy to think, 1,000 videos. That's a lot. I'm just going to go. I don't know what the holdup is here. Look, it's turning red already, and this walk signal never even came on. I guess they expect you to press the button. Like I said, they disregard the existence of pedestrians altogether. Right in the heart of downtown. Doesn't seem right somehow. That's right, Rev View. Hey, John G. Sirwick, how's it going? Thank you very much. Truly Toronto, yes. Thanks, Susan. Hey, Jennifer Gala, good evening. Hey, Lena Sandoval, I'm doing very well, thank you. Hey, 21st Century, congrats on 1,000 channel videos. 10K subscribers, target is close. And a £5 super chat. Thank you very much. Yes, 10K is just around the corner, like within the next couple of months I should hit that 10K. Well, I'm thinking before the end of the year, actually, I should hit 10K. Now here's another traffic funnel going in the other direction. This one isn't as bad in terms of waiting for the light. Hey, Zahir. Thank you very much. I'll do my best. Does the 1000 include my George the Cat video? I think it does, because that's still on the channel, so... Oh, wait a sec. No, that's on my other channel, right? No, it doesn't include my George the Cat video. But it includes my original apartment tour video, which is on this channel. Yeah, the George the Cat is on my secondary channel. And that channel only has, I don't know, about a dozen videos on it or something like that. Glad you could just pop in to say hi, Susan. Hey, Kevin Hawthorne, good evening. And Ellen K. Kwan, $5. 10K subs, 1K videos, and numerous steps to get there. Yeah, I'd like to add up the steps that I've taken in all of those videos. Thank you very much, Alan, for the support. Yeah, 10K. It's a nice round number, and so is 1K videos. Too bad they didn't happen at the same time. That would have been neat. Hello, John Burke. How you doing? Just take a look at this view here. Pretty good. Hey, I like to walk. Hello. Oh, Kevin Hawthorne, that's awesome. 10,000 views, that's no small feat. Hey, Mick Manning, yeah, it's really nice. I'm just wearing my t-shirt. When I was leaving, I thought, should I grab my hoodie? And I was like, nah, once I get walking, I'll probably feel too hot, and I think that was the right decision. I feel perfectly comfortable now after walking for a little while. Hey Jenny, how you doing? Just another Sunday night stream here in the hood. Hey Romachek, how you doing? Got the loaded guns in the thumbnail. Yeah, I was crouching down to try and get a neat angle, and then I had to rest my arms on my knees, and that tends to emphasize the arms a bit. But I thought, okay, I guess I'll go with that. Hey, PAG, how you doing? Oh, well, no worries. And I'm sure you'll be back. Yeah, maybe it'll deter the dinguses, that's right, yeah. Hey Hardjot, how you doing? And Mental Man, how you doing? And hello Fabio. It's going very well. Alright, so we're making our way east here along King Street East. We're in Old Town Toronto. St. Lawrence is just, well, we're kind of on the border of both St. Lawrence and Old Town Toronto. And Corktown is just up ahead. We'll be walking through there shortly. St. Lawrence is a neighborhood within Old Town Toronto, for the most part. A neighborhood within a neighborhood. Hey, no worries, Mental Man. Glad you're able to pop in and say hey. Yeah, we got a lot of moderators in the chat tonight. That's good. Hey Jay Smith, how you doing? So I thought we'd make our way into the East End. Maybe check out Riverside and part of Leslieville. Not hey, sup. PAG, was that directed towards me? Is that Ken? And not Jen, in which case, yes, I have done some videos on the streets of North Bay. I have a playlist of North Bay videos. Hey, Maureen Bruce. Good evening. And Toronto's doo-wop music guys here. Hello. Alright, enjoy the dinner, Susan. Maybe that was a song, Rumachek. That's right, Whitby dude. That is the stuff of legends now, that walk. Okay. Hey, John O'Meara, how you doing? Hey, Big S, thanks very much.
Taking a picture of the city?
Yeah. Alright, so I think we're coming to Corktown, or we're in Corktown now. I believe it's named after the part of Ireland that many of the original residents to the area came from. County Cork. I guess they didn't grow cabbage on their front lawns like in Cabbage Town, though. Yeah, we've been having amazing weather. Felt like summer yesterday. It was in the mid-20s with the humidex like 27 or something like that. Hey, Action Kid, what up? Or should I say, sup? That's right, you know Parliament Street. We know it very well. Part of our world's longest Cabbage Town video. Hey Caleb, this is Corktown in the east side of downtown along King Street East. It's one of the older neighborhoods in the city. Yeah, I think this warm weather won't be lasting much longer, but it's been pretty neat. Hey Monarch, 1957, how you doing? Yeah, I know, Action Kid. I kind of want to go back and find that grave, just so I will know where to look another time if I want to do something else related to the scariest historical figure in Toronto's history. Yeah, I heard the weather is pretty cold in Alberta. I was talking to my family in Edmonton yesterday, or I guess 2 days ago, and yeah, they had snow. They were talking about getting the snowmobiles going and all this stuff like that. I was like, geez, it's like summer here still. And I'll be in Edmonton very soon. In like 9 days. Yeah, in 9 days I'll be in Edmonton. So I might have to bring my winter coat. That's kind of a strange thought. And then just a few days after that, we'll be in Vancouver. And then I won't know what to do with this winter coat because I probably won't need it. Hey, funny dog. Yeah, 9 days. Tall man's favorites. Is there a bread factory in the area near the water? If there is, I don't know about it. Does someone else know in the chat? I've never come across anything like that or smelled anything like that. That would be a nice thing though. I'll just help them move the furniture. I'm just going to stop the stream for a second. I'm going to help lift some heavy furniture. This is the Sackville Playground. That's what this park is called. Oh, thanks very much, Monarch. What are the stores? Oh, there's just like all sorts of random businesses along King Street here. Spiral, not sure what that's all about. These ones seem to be... Is that clothing? Yeah, looks like clothing. Furniture maybe over there. Mr. Bloor floating by himself was creepy enough. Right, Christopher? Hey, Sapand, how's it doing? How's it doing? That's an odd way of saying it. No, Bonsai got the cone taken off. He's cone free now. That's Megan's dog, Bonsai. Giuseppe. No steroids here. That's just my forearm resting on my knee, so it's kind of a bit squished out, you know what I mean? Here's Bright Street. That's a neat little street. Kind of curves on its way up to Queen Street. Well, let's walk along it, because we're going in the same direction. Once we hit Queen Street and King Street converge up ahead, so I'll end up in the same spot. Because this street is really neat. I haven't come through here before, but it's been a while. This is like old 19th century workers' housing, I believe, originally. Hey, Abe. Hello. Yeah, it has a bit of a old British style to it. Yeah, they did tend to pack the old houses in pretty tight back when these areas were built up. It's funny how Toronto looks so different than nearby American cities like Buffalo. You don't see like dense row houses and things like that in Buffalo. The houses are usually fully detached in the neighborhoods. A lot more spacious. And a lot less brick. Toronto was heavily brick when it was built up. Alright, Mental Man, have a good night. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of 19th century residential architecture in Toronto. Like Cabbagetown, for instance, is a great example of it. And lots of this whole East End in general, really, the east side of downtown. Most of the neighborhoods are somewhat similar, maybe not as nice as Cabbagetown. But row houses predominate. Brick, of course. Yeah, right on. That's a good combination. The Ken Continuum and some tasty food. It's very sad, Dan. If you're going to tear down nice historic homes, at least replace it with something, you know, with some architectural merit, not just some soulless slab or something like that. Hey, Sapan, my day is going really good. The oldest building in Toronto, I think it's from the 1830s, something like that. That's still standing in its original location. I might be wrong on that. That's probably easy to Google if anyone wants to give it a shot. Oldest building in Toronto. There's like Mackenzie House, and there's a few landmarks around the city that are designated. Yeah, welcome to the end of daylight savings time. Things get dark pretty quick now from this point on. So there's King Street right over there. So that's where I was walking. And up here it just converges with Queen. So King Street ends right up ahead here. But Queen goes on and on and on. Queen Street, the street that never ends. Well, it ends eventually, but it feels like it never ends if you're walking on it. Whitby Dude, yeah, my street actually has some really nice houses. it kind of stands apart from the other streets in a way because there are some detached homes on my street. It's sort of a mix of detached homes and row houses and a few apartment buildings. But most of the other streets in the neighborhood don't really have fully detached houses, at least not in any significant number. So I think when my street was built up, it was sort of a little bit on the upscale side, kind of like a rich person's street. Hey, Mike Landry, $5. Hello, Ken, congratulations. Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, it's nice to hit those big milestone numbers. Check out the moon. It's looking pretty neat. I'm not sure if it's full. Megan would know. Is it full, Megan? It looks pretty close to full. Maybe in a few more days. There's an eclipse on Tuesday. A full lunar eclipse. I believe they also call it a blood moon. It's a blood moon! Oh no! Yeah, Whitby dude, it does look brighter on my screen than it does in the real world. There's Regent Park over there, all those towers. Part of the financial district. This is the Queen Street Viaduct. And wow, look at this. It's construction. Who would have thought? Think we could make it through a stream or a video without coming across construction? Even on a Sunday evening, that are working away. Construction never stops in Toronto. These construction workers never sleep. They're not even human. They're androids. Programmed to just dig and work non-stop. Hey Gabby, how's it going? I don't think that would be possible, Vivian. I'd have to basically just walk up and down one block where there's no construction taking place, and that would be the entire video, just going back and forth on one single block. No construction here. This is as far as I can go though, because there's construction on the next block. But hey, we're not downtown anymore. We're now in Riverside. So this is the East End. And Riverdale is also the larger neighborhood designation. It's another one of those neighborhoods within a neighborhood. And we got scaffolding. Maybe I'll cross the street so I don't have to walk under the scaffolding. I'm not a fan. Is this guy turning? Okay, he's turning. In that case, I will cross right here. Hey, James Hall. I'm just taking a walk around the city on a Sunday, almost evening. And this way we get more of that neat looking moon from this side of the street. Fight the power! Fight the powers that be! Hey, we just hit 200. Very nice. Hello to everyone watching. Hello to anyone who's new to the channel or catching my stream for the first time. Welcome. Come out and say hello. We'll be friendly. Hit the subscribe button. As soon as I said that, we lost 5 viewers. I scared them away. Oh no. Think I'm due for another golf trip? Yeah, probably. Although I don't know if I'm going to be doing any more Guelph videos. Maybe not that many. I think people have had their fill of the Guelph videos. The last couple of videos of Guelph I posted didn't really do that well. Admittedly, there's not a whole lot to record in Guelph. After you've done it once, you've pretty much covered most of the things worth seeing. The only thing I haven't done in Guelph yet is the mall. The big mall in Guelph, the Stone Road Mall. So maybe next time I'm in Guelph, I will do a video of the mall. And then I can say I've covered all of the points of interest of Guelph. Thanks, Vivian, yes. Hit that like button and all the other buttons if you want. The big church is nice. Yeah, that's definitely the landmark of Guelph. Pizza Nova song. Yeah, that song does get stuck in your head, right? It's almost as bad as the Pizza song. Hey, Love Pugs, hello. Welcome to the stream. Here's the Opera House. That's where you can catch some live bands. Some pretty big names play shows here sometimes. Like Metallica played a show here a few years back. And I was like, what the heck? Metallica playing at the Opera House? It was sort of like a special occasion, I think, though. So normally they would play in like the Scotiabank Arena or something like that. Fabio, yeah, we had some weird fog that lasted like several days. And normally the fog would sort of burn off by the afternoon, but it didn't. It lasted like all day long. It was very stubbornly refusing to go away.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Estelle's here. Hello. Nice old building here. It's a library branch. I'm not sure if it was something else before. It looks like it was a bank or something. But it does make for an awesome library branch. Maybe Funny Dog knows what that building was, or if it's always been a bank. Hey, Action Kid, look, there's garbage piled up on the sidewalk. Oh my God. Are we in New York now? At least they're recycling good, yeah. A couple that jogs together, blanks together. You can fill in whatever word you want in there. Blogs together. Be good, yes, probably. And as soon as I read your name, Be Good, I thought of E.T. the extraterrestrial. Be good. Hey, it's Degrassi Street. Degrassi. We've walked along there before. I'm not going to go there this time. I think we're going to head up to Carlaw. And we're just passing under the railway corridor here, and this will take us into Leslieville. You gave out Reese's Pieces. Nice, Jenny. I recently saw a picture of the cast of E.T. all back together, because E.T. celebrated its 40th anniversary this year. So it was a little reunion of the cast members. That was pretty neat to see. I don't think I've seen the older brother ever since the movie. I was like, oh, there he is. There's the older brother. What was his name? Mike? E.T. looks exactly the same. He hasn't aged a day. Yep. Yeah, Romachek. The weekend's going really good, Estelle. Here's Jimmy Simpson Park. Yeah, we went back an hour. So it's 5:45 right now. We like fall back, and then in the spring we spring ahead 1 hour. Hey, Flower Stream. Good evening. Thanks for coming out and saying hello. There's lots of talk of getting rid of daylight savings time, but it's not really feasible to do it unless everyone does it. At least everyone within a close geographical proximity to each other, different jurisdictions. Because it wouldn't be good for business if, like, Ontario was in one time zone or didn't have daylight savings time, but then Quebec still did, or New York State. So I think the deal is if Quebec and New York State both agree to do away with daylight savings time, Ontario will too. It has to be all three together, because those three jurisdictions all border one another and they all do a lot of business with each other. Hey, Richard Pine, £5, thinking of setting up my own walking channel in the UK called the Len Londinium. Even though my name isn't Len and you don't live in London. Well, what the heck, do it anyway, Richard. Yeah, it's fun times. Get a lot of good exercise. Yeah, for sure. And thank you very much for the super chat. Hey, the more walking channels, the more fun it is. That's right, Saskatchewan does not do daylight savings time.
Let's go to A&W.
Do I like it like this, Morgan? You mean with everything getting dark really early? Not really, if that's what you're referring to. I kind of prefer if they kept daylight savings time as a permanent thing. I'd rather have more light in the evening. It's nice in the summertime when you get those extra long daylight hours. Yeah, Value Village is still rocking here. This is the closest Valley Village to where I live, so I do come here and get stuff. Actually, everything I'm wearing right now, this t-shirt, these jeans, well, not everything, t-shirt and jeans are both from this store. Not my undies. Not my socks. Hey, Bill Vic, how you doing? Yeah, that's true, Whitby dude. Valley Village Underoos. Yeah, I'm sure that would be a big seller. So here's Carlaw, so I think I'm going to walk north along Carlaw. It's kind of a neat street for most of its length. We'll say goodbye to Queen Street. Do I want to guess where you're going for your birthday? Let me guess. Let's say New York City. Brampton. Happy birthday! I'm going to Brampton. Terre Haute, Indiana. That's where all the action is. I haven't really made any plans, Indo Nerd, for holiday related videos. I'm sure I'll come up with something. Nowhere near New York City? Alright, so let's go to the other side of the continent. Let's say Vancouver. Or Miami. Yeah, Fargo, North Dakota. That's right. So it's somewhere west. So I'll just rhyme off a few cities here. San Francisco, Los Angeles, Seattle, hey Ken Lan, I am on Carlaw, walking north. We were just on Queen, and I turned onto Carlaw. Now we're just heading north. Walla Walla, Washington. I like all these guesses. Keep them coming. Hey, Rain Oneful, $2. Hello from Hamilton. Well, thank you very much. Hope all is well in Steeltown, Toronto's neighbor. Toronto's gritty industrial neighbor. And I appreciate the super chat. I was so close. What did I leave out? Victoria? Portland? San Diego? What other major cities are on the West Coast? Hey, Noble Costs. It starts with L-O. I said LA, right? Los Angeles. Long Beach, technically, I guess that would work too. Ah, so I did say that a little bit earlier, Yahya. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that would be a cool place to visit. I've never been. Richard Pine, £5. Apologies for your silly joke. I don't get out much. Have you got the Beatles Revolver reissue? No, I didn't buy that yet. Great stuff on it. I've heard that though. I heard some of the alternate versions or early versions already. So I'm not sure if I'll buy the reissue or not, because I think I'll eventually hear all of that stuff through other means. But it is pretty cool. I have watched some videos on it and unboxings and critiques and all that sort of thing. I tend to devour Beatles content online, so yeah, I might maybe one day decide to get that. But thank you very much for the super chat once again. Rain Wonderful, we're trying to guess the birthday destination of Yahya. Yahya is going somewhere for his birthday. Hey, Maroof is here. Yeah, I'd probably have to order it online if I do want to get it. The revolver. I already have several different versions of revolver. I have the original North American release on Capitol, which on vinyl, which excludes some songs that were on the British release. And then I also have the British release with all of the songs that were meant to be on it. And I also have a couple of different cassettes of Revolver, both the British version and the North American version. Hey, Jim Martin, how you doing? Hey, Lisa Palmer, how you doing? Hey, no worries, Maroof. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Anyone knows who wrote that line gets 2 points. Although it was originally in a song, so it came out more like, life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. John O'Meara, 2 points for you. And Yahya. Hey, that's awesome, Lisa Palmer. It's great when people appreciate things that you make and compensate you. Hey, Law Shadow, $6.99 super sticker. Thank you very kindly. Hope you're enjoying the walk through the East End. Still on Carlaw, heading north. We're just an hour into the stream, I see. Right now, 1 hour, boom. I'll probably go for another hour. So if you're just coming into the stream, you haven't missed too much. Well, you missed half of it. Let's say half. So still got a lot of streaming left to go. Toronto Brad. I'm not going to either of those places. I'm going to Edmonton and Vancouver. Not quite as exotic. Hey, Best Times Reborn. Or bestest times, I should say. I am doing very well, thanks. Hey, here's Gerrard Street. Yeah, Hamilton is not the cheaper, well, it is cheaper, but it's not as cheap as it once was. That was the reason why so many people were flocking to Hamilton like 10 years ago or so, and leading up to a few years ago. But now prices in Hamilton are, you know, kind of not all that much of a deal anymore. Hey JD Fisher, I still have the same mod squad in effect here, so I haven't lost any mods, so I'm just holding steady right now with the current mods. And there's the real jerk. Hey Ali, how's it going? All right, later Estelle. Yes, have a very nice evening. And I've never walked along this part of Carlisle before. So this is uncharted territory for me. Carlisle, north of Gerrard. It's like unknown. It's a mystery. Hey, Robert Grazanio, $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Robert. I appreciate your support very much. And I hope you're also enjoying the Sunday evening stream. Now that it is past 6 o'clock, I can say that. And my thread title is accurate. Look at that, you can see the aura. That's kind of cool. Although lots of it is blocked out, but there's the top of the aura. The tallest residential building in the city for now. Not for much longer though. There are currently 3 new condo towers under construction that will be taller than the aura. And I just read that one of them, which is already under construction, the Sky Tower, which is at the corner of Front and Queen's Quay, down beside the Toronto Star building. It was originally approved to be 95 stories, but it just applied for a height increase to 105 stories. I think they're trying to outdo the one at Yonge and Bloor. So it's a bit of a height race now, because the one is currently approved to be 85 stories, but it applied for a height increase which would make it taller than Sky Tower. And so Sky Tower now approved for an increase of its own, which will make it taller than than the one. So it's kind of like when the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building were fighting it out in New York. Well, they won't be taller than the CN Tower, but They will be as high as the observation deck of the CN Tower. If both of these buildings get approved for their height increases. That's true, Novokos. Yes, the building, which was supposed to be 80 floors at One Young, also is up for a height increase, which will bring it up to super tall status. So lots of crazy skyscraper action happening in the city right now. I kind of knew that would happen, you know, when the one applied for its height increase, which would surpass the Sky Tower. I was just like, oh, just wait. Now the developers of the Sky Tower are going to try to outdo them. And that's exactly what happened. Because everyone wants that title of the tallest building in Canada, right? They're all trying to secure that title for themselves. People of the Sky. Haha, that's an awesome song by Sloan, yeah. People of the Sky. Ba 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 da ba. Now he'll never die. Yeah, 105 stories. That'll be, you know, the only building in Canada to surpass 100 floors. No other city in Canada even comes close to that outside of Toronto. And I think only a couple other cities in North America, Chicago and New York, have buildings over 100 stories tall. So now we're on a very residential stretch of Carlaw here, which, as I said, is completely new to me. Yeah, Toronto will far surpass Chicago. It will. It's almost like a certainty that it will. It's just on a completely different trajectory than Chicago is. It will have far more skyscrapers, far bigger population. It'll just be a much bigger place than Chicago in every way. But for now, they're kind of like neck and neck with each other. Toronto is bigger in city proper population, but Chicago is still bigger in metro population. But not for that much longer. I've always kind of thought if Toronto was New York, then Hamilton would have been Newark, New Jersey, right? But a bit further away. Like Newark is closer to New York than Hamilton is to Toronto, but kind of a similar relationship to each other and the size discrepancy. Newark is sort of like a gritty looking city. And New Jersey is known for its industrial sort of look, and Hamilton certainly provides that. Yeah, Newark is pretty rough. I know Action Kid did some videos in Newark, and he told me that he found it to be a little bit, you know, felt a little uneasy, I guess, walking around. More so than in the rougher neighborhoods in New York City. You like industrial? Yeah, I kind of do too, you know, Allie. Oh, here's Withrow Park, I think. See, like the One Bloor East building. That's the Yorkville skyline. Mr. Hippo, we are on Carlaw Avenue heading north, just walking past Withrow Park. Hey Keenan, I'm doing very well, thanks. Hope all is well across the pond. Yeah, it kind of does, right? With the old sort of homes. I know exactly the shot you're talking about in San Francisco, where you can see the old Victorian houses with the skyline behind. It is a bit similar here from this vantage point. Yeah, I get lots of those deer in the headlights looks. It's like, what is that guy doing? What is that thing? How could he be doing such a thing out in public? How? How? I'm shocked. Whoa. I never really walk past this area ever, so this is kind of new to me here. Very nice. Downtown, where all the lights are bright. Downtown. Alright, gimbal. Calm down. This thing is very touchy. There we go. It's very far away. Not very good picture quality when I zoom in like that. You'd think people would be used to live streams, right? But a lot of people are still befuddled and perplexed when they see me walking around with my phone on a stick. Yeah, I'm using the old gimbal because it's still kicking, right? I have the new one sort of on hand for when this one bites the bucket. Bites the bucket? Is that the term? Kicks the bucket. Bites the dust. Kicks the dust? Oh, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Another one kicks the dust. Another one bites the bucket. Another one rides the bus. Oh, now we're getting into Weird Al territory. Oh, they tore down the Family Matters house? What the heck? Why would they do that? Be good, that is awesome. Haha. I just watched the movie actually last night. Weird, the story of Al Yankovic. And it was pretty funny. I mean, you know, it was one of the funnier movies I'd seen in the last few years. It has patented Weird Al style humor. Be good for sure. I just showed Megan a video today of one of his earlier songs, or one of his earlier videos, the parody of Mickey, where he called it Ricky, about Ricky Arnaz and Lucille Ball. She got a kick out of that. She's a big fan of I Love Lucy. That's right, it's playing free on Roku. Chris Mills, $5. Time for dinner. Have a great night, Ken. Thank you very much, Chris. Enjoy your dinner. I'm glad you're able to hang out for a while, and thank you for your support as well. Very, very much appreciated. Alright, our little journey through residential land is coming to an end because the Danforth is just right up ahead. We'll be back on a more commercial street. No worries, Lisa. Be good. It is really good, you know, and it holds up. A lot of old sitcoms just don't hold up very well, especially after decades have gone by. And I Love Lucy, geez, that's from like the early 50s when it began, and it still holds up pretty well. Some sitcoms from the 80s don't even hold up well anymore. They just seem so corny now. And you're like, what the heck? I used to watch this and enjoy it. So I tried watching a few of those old sitcoms from my childhood or teenage years, and I just couldn't really get into them anymore. But there are some classics that just are great in almost any decade. Stuff like Cheers, you know, that's just a good sitcom, even for someone watching it now for the first time. Or even Frasier. In some ways that's better than Cheers. Rare for a spin-off. And here is the Danforth. Which side should I walk on? Maybe I'll stick to this side for now. The Wonder Years, that is one of my all-time favorite shows. I think that holds up very well, especially the earlier seasons. Oh, is that right, Christopher? That's cool. Did you have red hair? Lucy wasn't even a real redhead. She dyed her hair red. Family Affair. I kind of remember that. Or how about just that show called Family from the 70s? I watched that because when I was a kid, I thought Christy McNichol was Foxy. So I just watched it for Christy McNichol. Hey, Tom Seeley. Did I ever see Freaks and Geeks? Heck yeah! That is also one of my all-time favorite shows. I've watched that one over and over, much like the Wonder Years. I showed Megan both of those shows because she'd never seen them. Freaks and Geeks, the Wonder Years, and a bunch of other ones. Rain Oneful, I know, right? Yeah. Scott Briggs, you remember that, right? You know what? I never watched Everyone Loves Raymond. I just somehow just never watched that show. I guess there was something else on at the same time that I would watch instead of that. So I never got to see it. And I never thought to try it out. Luis Felipe, hello. How are things in Brazil? Coming from Johnny. Very nice. Well, welcome. Just taking a nice Sunday evening walk here. Got Greektown in the Danforth. Wayne, yep. I like how he always called Kevin Scroat. I thought that was kind of funny because that show was a bit wholesome, I guess. But Scroat is basically short form for scrotum. He called his little brother Scrotum on a family show on network TV. I have like so many episodes of the Wonder Years on VHS that I recorded when they originally aired. So I have these VHS tapes from the late 80s and early 90s with all these old Wonder Years episodes. I have all the commercials and everything. Every once in a blue moon I get one of those tapes out and put it on. The quality sucks now. Some of them are like so grainy. Robert Grazanio, your comments don't post? Well, I'm not sure why. I saw that one. Unless I just missed something you said, which is possible. I know I'm probably missing some comments here and there. I don't intentionally ever ignore anyone's comment, of course. I just sometimes don't see them. Kenny versus Spenny, right? News Radio, that was a great show. A lot of those workplace shows tended to be of higher quality, I find. Things like Taxi, you know, Cheers, News Radio, The Office, Parks and Recreation. We could list off all sorts of them, and most of them were really good. Yeah, WKRP, another one. I don't know what it is, but these shows set in a workplace, they just have a certain something, you know, that makes them more relatable, or all the different characters. Oftentimes when you're working with a bunch of other people, you have nothing in common with your coworkers, so that makes for some interesting situations, right? More so than a show about a family or something like that. Yeah, Joe Rogan was on News Radio, yeah. He looks almost like a completely different person. If you look at what he looked like on that show compared to how he looks now, and even his voice doesn't even sound like the same person. And he had hair. Oh my God, he had hair. And his head was smaller. I don't know what happened to his head. It got bigger. Robert, I just saw your comment right now again. I'm not sure what's happening with your other comments. Hey Gabby, heading home or heading out for the night? Alright, enjoy your supper. Barney Miller is a good one. Night Court is another one. Editorum. Alright, well, have a good night. Thanks for checking out the stream. Yeah, maybe Toronto, Brad. Luis Felipe, probably. I do tend to do those every once in a while. So keep an eye out. Alright, Whitby dude, have a good night. Pack of kids just randomly hanging out. Oh, okay, they have parental units. At one time, seeing a group of kids that age out hanging out wouldn't be unusual at all, at least from my childhood time. But now you're like, what the heck are those kids doing out by themselves at this time of night? Why aren't there any parents hovering around them, watching their every move? And sure enough, there were the parents right nearby. I used to go out with my friends and we'd be out until it got dark. That was normal. My mom would have no idea where I was or what I was up to. What time is it? It is 6:30 Toronto time. Beatles or Stones? Beatles. Beatles by far for me. I appreciate the Stones and I do like some of their stuff, but I've never been a huge fan. I think Satisfaction, though, is one of the best rock songs ever. And here's the Danforth Music Hall. Temporarily step into the bike path here. Look who's playing. That is awesome. Yeah, you can tell it's a metal show. Yeah.
Are you good?
Right on, man.
I seen you on Johnny Stride's video.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Right on. Well, nice to meet you, man.
Dude, I just seen you live. What the fuck?
Did you? Oh, yeah, I'm just walking around, man. Cannibal Corpse, nice. Nice, enjoy the show.
Johnny earlier.
Yeah, he was streaming earlier, yeah. Right on. Well, nice meeting you, man. Right on, have a good night.
I tune in your video all the time.
Cool. Oh,
you and Johnny, man.
Right on, well, check this one out.
Yeah.
Right on. Enjoy the show, man. It's gonna be good. All right, have a good night, man. See ya.
Something like that.
Live stream. Yes. Yeah. Cannibal Corpse. That's kind of what it would sound like. It's just noise. I've been to quite a few death metal concerts, believe it or not. Mostly due to my friend Jim, who's a huge fan. Yo. So I tend to go with him to these sorts of shows. So I don't even know how many death metal shows or black metal shows I've been to. A lot. I've been to a lot. And I'm not even a huge fan of the music. I just went, you know, just to hang out and do something with my friend, right? Hey Claudia, how you doing? So we're at Danforth and Broadview.
And they were?
Alice Cooper, right? Yeah. I met him in the mall in North Bay. I think I told that story before, but Alice Cooper was playing a show in North Bay and he was in the mall beforehand. Because that's what he likes to do when he's in a city before a show. He likes to go to a local mall and walk around. So I met him in, of all places, the mall in North Bay. Do I like turtles, Mr. Hippo? Of course. How could you not like turtles? And I also kind of dig the band from the 60s called the Turtles. They were pretty good too. There's a funny story about the band the Turtles and the Beatles. When the Turtles first met the Beatles is because they gained popularity enough to do a tour of England. So they went over to England to do some shows, and then of course they were big fans of the Beatles. So they heard that the Beatles hung out at this place, this bar. So they went there, and sure enough the Beatles were there. And so they went up to them and started talking. And then one of the members of the Turtles was trying to talk to John Lennon. But John Lennon was in a mood, I guess you could say. Because he could be kind of a nasty guy sometimes, right? So he was in a mood and he went off on the Turtles guy with some of his sharp-edged sort of brutal wordplay. You can imagine the sorts of things that John Lennon would come up with to put someone down or demean them. And the guy from the Turtles was so devastated that John Lennon was treating him this way that he quit the band immediately and flew back to America. So John Lennon basically ruined the musical career of one of the members of the Turtles. I was like, wow. Walking south on Broadview. What a sad story. I wonder what Turtle Man is doing now. I don't know. Yeah, animal names were definitely big in the 60s, yeah. And 50s to 70s, yeah. Estelle, I don't know if John Lennon and Jim Morrison ever interacted with each other. I've never heard any stories of them meeting or anything, so I don't think they did. That would have been an interesting combination, though. There was a funny scene in the Weird Al movie last night that actually was a bit of a parody from the Doors movie. Anyone see that Oliver Stone movie called The Doors? Weird Al does a funny little spoof on one of the scenes from that movie. Daniel Radcliffe, I should say, who was playing Weird Al. Is he related to Van? Not that I know of, Al, you know. Yeah, Val Kilmer, yeah, he killed that role, you know, when he played Jim Morrison. Even if he didn't look totally like him, he made up for it in every other way, pretty much. Of course, if you watch the Oliver Stone movie of The Doors, you have to take everything with a grain of salt, because Oliver Stone is notorious for, you know, exaggerating things to the point of, like, just pure nonsense in some cases, right? But it's entertaining. Hey, Boom Graham, thank you very much. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, yep. Bowling for Columbine, yeah, that was Michael Moore, right, who did that movie. That was good.
Yeah, driving back. Hey,
Yeah, Manzarek was not pleased with Oliver Stone's vision for that movie. Thank you very much, Stephen. Pure Earthling, hello. I'm at Riverdale Park East, checking out the skyline. Yeah, gotta love it. The Indo Nerd likes toidles. I like toidles. Hey, Brandon Knight. Look up in the sky, aliens. See any aliens? I think I have seen that, you know? The I like toidles. Yeah, Jim definitely was pretty pretentious, that's right. It's like, I'm a poet, man. I'm not a rock star, I'm a poet. Hey, have a good night, Vivian. Thanks for checking out the stream. And I'll see you next time. Yeah, that's true, Bill Chow. I'm much more of a fan of cityscapes than natural backdrops, so I'll take Toronto any day over Vancouver. It's a bit windy here, that's the only drawback. But I'm thinking I will maybe wrap up the stream. What better place than here? So thanks to all for joining me on a very pleasant Sunday night live stream. I guess Sunday evening. And thanks to all for the awesome chats, and thanks to the mods. Thanks to everyone who supported the channel with a super chat, super sticker, or PayPal donation. I appreciate it very much. And hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed, and the like button, and any other buttons you might see. Just hit them all, what the heck, right? And keep an eye out for my daily videos, and I'll be doing another live stream in probably 3 or 4 days. So keep an eye out for that. So thank you all, have a great night, and I'll see you in a few days with another live stream. I have some neat videos coming up on the channel, so keep an eye out for those. Alright, bye all!